Hi, Chris.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well today. Thank you for asking.
Awesome.
So it's been a while, but we've got
Yeah.
new music to talk about from Lit. So
Yeah.
let's talk about it.
Excited about this one. Yeah.
The new album,
Yeah.
Tastes Like Gold's coming out in June. So tell us a little bit about how this record came together, what made this the right time for a new Lit album.
Well, we wanted to keep rolling, so new music is kind of what we do, I guess. There was some year. It's weird, man. I look at our discography and I get a little disappointed, but then I have to quickly remember we probably would have been releasing albums throughout the years, but we hit a couple road bumps, with our drummer. I don't know if you know, our original drummer had cancer, and he passed from that. And prior to that, we had a mishap with AJ and Jeremy's mom and stepdad, and that was a road bump as well. So we've had some road bumps throughout the years that have kept us from kind of keeping a normal work hours, if you will. So we're kind of making up for lost time, I feel, in the last few years, last 5 years, I guess. But we are eager to write new music and everything. And so this album kind of came about, I guess, just a little bit prior to COVID hit. And then when COVID hit, then it was like, well, doing the co-writes throughout, I guess that some of them was Zoom writes and stuff. But so here we are at the tail end of COVID. Things are lifting and it's nice, and the album is finished, and we're moving forward. And I got to be honest with you, I'm more excited about this album than any album we've released since probably Atomic.
Cool.
Not to lessen, Self-Titled or View from the Bottom or any other albums that we've released, but this is the first album that I'm actually coming to the guys going, hey man, do we really need to play that song from Atomic? Can we just put a new song in there? Because honestly, I'm being honest with you, like, we just got back from the UK, and I actually had we had a 45-minute set, which is roughly 9 songs.
Okay.
And I was trying to stuff 4 to 5 new songs into our set. I just didn't care. I was like, you know what? I love these songs so much, and I'm excited to get them out there as soon as possible. That and the guys actually had to back me up a little bit, so we ended up doing 3 per night, and it worked out fine, But even 3 probably sounds a little crazy. If I go to see Iron Maiden and I hear they're going to be playing 5 new songs, it's like, man, they have so much old material that I want to hear. But as the musician, as the songwriters, I get it, man. You're excited about this new material and you want to get it out there. So that's where we're at. And we are, we're getting ready to pick back up. We got a couple things we need to take care of, and then we're going to be back out on the road. And we are working on getting a couple of the other songs we haven't been playing yet, but we're excited about not only all the songs, but there's a couple songs in the album that we feel will go over very well live. And so we're working on getting those together and getting them ready for a live performance setting.
Cool.
So
cool. And that's a good problem to have, having so much that, you want to put in the new album, and everybody still wants to hear the old stuff. But the thing is, with what I've heard, with Mouth Shut and Kicked Off the Plane, yeah. These songs will fit right in. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I think these songs are going to be just like so easily to fit in with all your classics that everybody expects to hear, I would want to hear these songs when I come to the show.
Thank you.
I mean, I want to hear them. And I hope that other people do too, because so many times everybody, like you said, they just want to hear, for you guys, they want to hear My Own Worst Enemy. I mean,
right.
Of course. And I'm sure that you will play that. But
of course,
I also want to hear the new stuff, because it makes me sad when people don't take the time to check out the new music, and they're missing out. And so I feel sorry for them, because they're missing out on a whole new era and a whole new chapter of the bands that they love by not doing so. So you can play the whole album, and I would be happy with that.
Dude, that would be awesome. I would love to do that. What was I just going to say? Yeah, we are excited. So you're right. It is a good problem to have, having wanting to play all that stuff. And it sucks because as a music fan, I go to shows and there's particular songs I want to hear. So after shows, when fans come up to us or people that love lit music, oh man, you didn't play this song, or if they see me before the show, hey, are you going to be playing this, this, and this? Like maybe, but so I get it. But we are going to be doing some headlining shows, so there should be enough time for us to kind of nail down everything that we want to play and everything that people want to hear from us, the staples.
Sure.
And sometimes it's not always the staples. Of course we're going to be playing Enemy. Of course we're going to be playing Miserable. But there's some deeper cuts that luckily fans come to us and want to hear the deeper cuts. And I'm the guy in the band that's always like champion those deeper cuts. Man, come on, let's do. It's funny, AJ and I lately been wanting to play Everything's Cool off Atomic, which was never a single or anything, but it's just a good time song, and we're like, man, we kind of need to dust that one off and bring it back. I mean, that's kind of fun, to be able to do that, bust songs that you haven't played in years, and we're at that point in our career where we can do that. We can say that, like at this point in our career, after all these years, we're finally going to be playing this song that we haven't really played live, and now we're going to do it.
Awesome, that's cool.
Yeah.
So with this new album, how did the writing process work? Because obviously COVID made probably things a little bit different, but is there somebody who comes up with an idea first? How does it normally work with you guys?
Yeah, primarily a lot of the album, by chance, if I got the story right, Jeremy and AJ were supposed to write with two writers, and one was kind of an assistant writer or whatever. And then the writing session got knocked out, and then one of the other writers that wasn't the main guy was still wanting to write, so they wrote with him. And it's a younger duo, a guy named Carlo and a guy named Eric. And don't ask me their last names. It's on the album credits. But they're out of Nashville, and I helped write Mouth Shut with them and AJ and Jeremy on a rooftop in Nashville. But one thing led to another, and it was just great writing sessions, and it was a good vibe, and we really wanted to tap into what lit has always been, but kind of a modern feel to that, because music's constantly changing, and
right.
I think we wanted to write with people that understood and were fans of lit, over the years. And these two guys, Carlo and Eric, are huge lit fans, so they have some of that old blood in them, but they also have new blood in them. So it was interesting to kind of see where that would take us, and I love the outcome. They really added a cool production feel to it that I don't feel we have on other albums. But like you said, you've heard the new songs, and you feel that they're going to fit into that set. The older song set, and I agree with you. I think if you like old lit material, you're going to love the new lit material. And what I was going to say earlier, we just got off a tour in UK. I just got home Sunday night, and we were playing 3 of the new songs. And although we're running around on stage and we're doing our thing, you wouldn't think we would be having much conversation in our head, but we do. In the midst of playing these new songs, you're kind of, scouting the audience, and you're kind of like seeing what people's reactions. Some people are standing there and just kind of like taking it in, and then other people are bobbing their heads, and then by the second chorus, you'll see a lot of people trying to sing the words, and that's a good sign, That's how Miserable from A Place in the Sun became a single. It was never going to be a single until we went to our label in early 2000 and said, listen, we've been touring on this album for a year, and we really feel like Miserable could potentially be a single because people are gravitating towards that song. And the label was like, really? And we were like, trust us. Like, we can feel it live. So sure enough, we released Miserable as a 3rd single, and it did very well for us. We're seeing that now with the new songs from the new album. We play them live, and we're getting that same vibe. Like, people are okay that you're playing a new song. They're listening, and they're tuning in, and they like the way the song feels, and they like whatever it is about the song that they're liking. They're enjoying it, and so that makes us feel good. So we're feeling good about the album,
Absolutely. Like you said about old blood, new blood, and I like that the songs still sound like anything else that Lit would have done, but it doesn't sound like it came out in 1999 or 2000. So, and sometimes sometimes it seems to me like that would be a fine line to walk, because you want to keep, you know, the sound that you love, what fans want to hear, but you don't want to sound like, you know, this record came out 20 years ago. So is that
Right.
something that you think about when you're putting out something new, or is it just kind of happen naturally?
I don't think it's something we think about. I think it's something we're open to, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So when you're collaborating with songwriters, they might bring something to the table and in a demo form, and it's like maybe they tooled it up at their house once this process started, and they bring you like this kind of demo version of the song, and you're like, wow, I dig the direction, you know. And so you hop into the seat and you go on this ride and see where that direction takes you. And when all's said and done, it was crazy because we heard the demo forms of the songs, and then we started recording the songs, and then there's kind of a lot going on in the songs. And then when it was all done and mixed by Neil Avron, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's done a lot of work with like 21 Pilots and whatnot. And you're once again getting another chef into the kitchen,
Sure.
and he puts his kind of spin on it, and you trust him because his track record is really good, and he's worked with some really good bands and put out some great stuff mixing wise. So hearing his mix on our songs was incredible. Like, holy crap, he really pulled things together and really made it sound incredible. And then you go and then you have it mastered, and then now the song really sounds good. I mean, it's been really cool playing the album in my truck and like hearing it. So again, it's exciting. It's an exciting time for us for sure.
Absolutely. And you guys, just came back from the UK, and you're going to hit the road here in just a couple weeks. On Friday the 13th of May.
Yeah.
So that's a great time to start in South Carolina. So that's close to me, my neck of the woods here. But you've got a couple cool festival dates thrown in there too. And I did want to mention Summerfest in Wisconsin, because that's just like a ginormous festival. What do you guys like about doing the big festivals?
Me personally, I love being able to go out and see other bands. We played that a couple years ago, and I got to go see, who sings Bad with the Bone? His name is skipping my brain right now.
George Thorogood.
George Thorogood. And then I went over and saw the Meat Puppets, and then I went over and saw Marshmello. I mean, I had an all-access pass. I was a musician at the festival, so I was able to kind of go wherever I wanted. So to go see George Thorogood and Meat Puppets and Marshmello all back-to-back was pretty incredible. It was pretty fun. And my son flipped out that I'm a photographer as well, so I walk around with my camera, and I sit here and shoot these bands. And I told him, hey, I shot Marshmello. You did? He's more excited about that than me actually being on tour and whatever. But so I already looked up who we're playing with. I know we're playing with Third Eye Blind at the Music Fest on July 2nd, I think. I know our website had a wrong date, but we're playing July 2nd. So I looked it up. So Third Eye Blind, but then there's other stages, and I forget who's playing them. Nothing really stood out. You know who's playing the same day as us? The Village People. That was one of them. So
I just saw them like a year and a half ago.
I will probably go over there. And,
it was a pretty cool show.
See them. Yeah.
That's one of the cool things that I like about that particular festival, is because the lineup is just got so much variety in it. And I think, it's got to be good for bands and musicians that are playing the festival, because they're getting exposure to fans and audience members that they may not have otherwise gotten a chance to. You might have somebody who was there for like the Village People, and they walk down and they see Lit, and now hey, they're checking you guys out, now they're a fan of Lit. So I think that's one of the great things about those festivals. For me personally, I can see how it would be amazing from that perspective for you guys.
Yeah, and from what I understand, it's one of the older festivals in America. It's been around forever, and it is very diverse, like you said. And then there's the flip side. There's playing like we've done Rockfest, we've done kind of like the radio show festivals where it's predominantly all modern rock, or we've done rock festivals, and those are fun as well. You get to go see bands that you like. You get to go see bands you don't know much about, so you go check them out. And me as a photographer, photographer, I usually go and see bands whether I know them or not. I just want to shoot a good photo, and getting in front of them, I'm in front of the front row, so it's an opportunity for me to really vibe out on the songs and the music, and kind of, I'm putting my lens on them and getting right in there. So it's really helped me get turned on to bands,
Yeah, that's another perspective that brings a lot to the table, and I just love checking out new bands too myself. But you guys are going to play a lot of
when you get a chance.
Playing a lot of headline dates too, though. So we've got Friday, May 13th kicking off, and through the summer, and then I think it said that you guys are going to announce some more summer and fall dates later on as things become.
Yeah, we are still. We're still putting things together. We're working on a tour later on this year. I don't know if we've let the cat out of the bag on that one yet, so I'm just going to hush. But we are working on a bigger scale tour later in the year, which I think might be in September, October area, I think. But
fair enough. So if people don't see anything close to them on this, don't panic yet. There's more stuff coming down the road.
Yeah, and I'm sure we're going to head into the next year as well. I'm sure this will be going on for a while, and we're going to make sure we cover everything. There's already talk of us possibly going back to the UK. We just got back Sunday, but you got to book it now, and then it'll be 8 to 10 months down the road, before you actually get back there. So yeah, we're excited, man. We're trying to move it around and get these songs out there and let people know that we're still at it,
Awesome. I love it. I love the new stuff. I think it's great, and I enjoyed it as much as all the old stuff. So I think that everybody else will too.
Thank you.
And
awesome. Thank you.
Best of luck with the release in June and with the tour coming up. And hopefully you guys will swing by my neck of the woods in the fall, and I can come check you out as well.
I hope so too. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thanks, Kevin, for taking the time. We do appreciate it.
Of course. Yep. You got it.
Thanks. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.